2 games played, 2 games won. Impressive as the victories may have been, all that is done is all that was expected. Home court.
Only what we just talked about it, we did what we're supposed to do. It's not anything more than that. We're already trying to leave this game behind and try to start this series.
You know, right now we got to come together and protect our home court. I mean, Miami did their job here on their home court, and now it's our turn.
So a lot of positive things, you know, in the game or during the game, and we just got to build on that. Now we got to go home. They did what they were supposed to do. They won on their floor, and now we got to go home and protect our floor.
The Knicks return to their home down 2 games, but more importantly, down 2 men. A daunting task for any team, an almost insurmountable obstacle for this team. But beware the wounded warrior. Desperation can become the inspiration for incredible performances. Knicks have the kind of players available for such heroics.
Anthony for 3, puts it in! Alley-oop to Chandler! Oh, what a perfect pass from Anthony.
The series has reached a statement game. Miami aims to serve notice of its intent to continue winning on its floor or any other. And the New York Knicks are hoping that the home crowd and the fear of elimination will serve as their motivation for one simple thing: a win. Join us for the drama. This is Game 3 in the world's most famous arena. It is the world's most famous arena. The allure of playing under its bright lights on its grand stage is what has always made the Garden a most special destination for basketball's best.
You know, it's just a feel, you know, when you're driving up to the Garden. You know, you get that automatic goosebumps and chills, you know, on your body, you know, going through you. You know, you feel that it's just a special place.
It has a lot of history behind it, and you know, it's a very unique place to play.
I think the lights, for some reason, just shine a little brighter in the Garden.
It's a great atmosphere. Obviously, the fans are, you know, they get after you, you know, there as well.
You know, it's still sold out every night. You know, it still is one of the biggest stages in NBA basketball, no matter what.
Miami's most decorated players have enjoyed memorable moments on the Madison Square hardwood, but have never experienced the atmosphere of playoff basketball at the Garden.
I have an opportunity to play a lot of games in that building, but none that's quite as big as these ones, because these are playoff games, so I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be a lot of fun. I've never played a playoff, never been to a playoff game there, so it'll be very exciting.
A stage unlike any other, an iconic environment for the sport, and quite simply, the most recognizable arena the game has ever known. A playoff rivalry worthy of its grandeur now returns to the Garden. It is time. A half hour before that sign says, for Miami Heat basketball on Sunsports. Welcome to the city that may not sleep, but it sure needs a nap. Down 0-2, your Miami Heat come into this building with that nice little lead, and there's an uneasy feeling in the Big Apple, which can turn a down team into a dangerous team, people. Desperation is not a feeling to fool with. Just extinguish it and move on. Is in the building, and there was questions about it because of that little man right there. Jackson Bosch, welcome to the Miami Heat family. Mama Adrian, Papa Chris, they are proud. Everybody's healthy. And by the way, Chris Bosch, who left in the middle of the night to get down to Miami to see his son come into the world, has made his way back to New York, been here for about an hour and a half, and will be ready to go. As for another power forward, he's going to be missing. He would be Amari Stoudemire. Honestly, a decent game. 18.7 rebounds, but he was infuriated at the fact that his team was down 0-2. After a night of trying to be impactful, he did some impacting all right, with some glass surrounding a fire extinguisher at American Airlines Arena. You see medical personnel had to be called in. You see the sling on that left hand. He had a cut deep enough to keep him out of this contest. Of course, in this world of social media, he could reach out to the people. I am so mad at myself right now. I want to apologize to the fans and my team. Not proud of my actions. Headed home for a new start. He kept rolling along and making it clear we have all done things out of anger that we regret. That makes us human. Bad timing on my part. Sorry, guys. This too shall pass. Yesterday, he stopped typing and started talking about the incident.
Fans are thinking that I actually had a closed fist and I punched through a glass door, or you know what I mean? So I think they got the wrong perception of what actually happened. Obviously, I walked by and I just swung my arm backwards and hit the fire extinguisher door and sliced my hand a little bit by accident. So I think they got the wrong perception of what actually happened, and I can understand their frustrations right now. I'm frustrated with myself as well for not being available for Game 3. So I persevered through a lot of injuries and work hard to recover from injuries. So by the hands of the Most High, hopefully I'll be ready to play by Sunday.
And it's around the corner. Look at that man. That's LeBron James. That man is effective and efficient, and he helps us tell you what you should be doing.
Sunsports is the place to be for White Hot TV.
Each depth charge, more on Battier and Miller. When we return, speaking of Mike Miller, tell the people about our programming.
In the Carter. And here we go. It's Mashburn. Carter.
It was like a slow motion type deal, like everything just kind of stopped and slowed down.
With 5, drives, lofts it up.
He puts up a floater, but it seemed like something just pushed the ball up even more. You think it's just going to kind of go up and go into the rim, but his shot goes up into the backboard. I've never seen nothing like that before in my life. He takes maybe a bounce or two up there, and boop, and drops in, and everybody was just like, wow.
No basket! Dan Crawford took it away! Now Bartolini's coming over to talk with him. And the officials
I don't have to change this, Eric.
They have scored a basket. They said it was not touched. It is out of bounds.
And Madison Square Garden has gone silent.
We were shocked. We were like, unbelievable. So we're thinking, hey, maybe that's our good omen now. Maybe that's our break. That's, we found that's going to help us get through these guys.
New York City and the NBA playoffs. Miami and the Knicks for the first time since 2000. It's the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks as we get set for Game 3 of this best-of-7 first-round series. Baby boy Jackson, and then he flew back, Chris Bosh, today. He arrived in New York, cabbed it over to Madison Square Garden, and arrived in his locker room by 6 p.m., and he will be in the starting lineup for Miami. Coach, it's a happy ending for Bosh and his family.
It is. Chris Bosh in the lineup.
Let's take a peek at the starting lineups brought to you by Cleveland Clinic, Florida. As we take a peek, take a look at that name right there on the left side in the middle. Chris Bosh, he did make it. You heard the news probably when you woke up this morning. The birth of his first son, Jackson, brought him back to South Florida. But after knowing that mama and baby were well, he hopped back on a plane and got back to New York for Game 3. You see the changes with Amari out. They moved Carmelo to power forward, and Novak will not be at center. He will be at small forward. Landry Fields at the 2 guard. Those are your changes in the starting lineups.
At forward, at 6'8" from Florida, number 40, Udonis Haslem. At forward, at 6'8" from St. Vincent St. Mary's High School in Ohio, number 6, LeBron James. At center at 6'11" from Georgia Tech, number 1, Chris Bosh. At guard at 6'2" from Kansas, number 15, Mario Chalmers. And at guard at 6'4" from Marquette, number 3, Dwayne Wade. And head coach is Eric Spoelstra. And now fans, here to turn out the lights. Once a Knick, always a Knick. Please welcome beloved legend, Larry Johnson.
New York. On this
third night of May, the year 2012. Welcome back to Madison Square Garden. It's the Heat and Carmelo Anthony's New York Knicks. Game 3 of this first-round best-of-7 series. The Heat leading it 2-0. Melo on center stage. So is Chris Bosh, LeBron James, and Dwayne Wade. The Heat's triumvirate of all-stars playing their first career playoff games here at the Garden. Tonight's tip of the game is being delivered to you by Papa John's. And our three-man officiating crew assigned to work Game 3, Mike Callahan, David Guthrie, and Ed F. Rush. Tony, I think fans across the land, especially in South Florida, feel like this is already a done deal. That is not the case. We're only 2 games in, and this is the pendulum game. The outcome of tonight's game will dictate the flow of the rest of this series.
If the Knicks can take this game, they're right back in the series playing